Hi, everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and it is once again Warp Tuesday. We are back on what is my favorite day of the week because I get to come on here and talk to all you wonderful people about whatever Star Trek nonsense I feel like talking about this week, right? Every week it's something a little bit different and also something a little bit the same, right? Because I'm always me and I'm always going to kind of keep being me and saying the things that I like to say, right? And that will never change. And I will be honest with you. I, coming into this evening, I didn't know what to talk about. I I was at a loss. I looked at the Star Trek news, nothing exciting to speak of there. I looked around the Star Trek uh, I don't know. I don't even know what to call this, the Star Trek office here to see, do I want to show you guys something exciting? Do I want to talk about a certain piece of my collection or something like that? And man, nothing was just coming up. I was hitting the old proverbial brick wall. But that's a joke. Um, Listen, and then it just came to me. It struck me like that, and I was like, boom, this is exactly the perfect subject. And in fact, this subject is it's what makes Star Trek. It's what makes Star Trek, right? From the very, very beginning to right now, what makes Star Trek is, of course, it's us. It is the community. The Star Trek community is, I don't know, just for me, easily the most, I don't even know how to put it. We are so in depth, we are so involved, and we are so diverse as well. Oh, that's important, right? So we have people in the Star Trek world that want to do and talk about and support different things, different aspects of Star Trek. And we'll get into that deeper here as we go along. But that's the key, right? And again, I said it right from the beginning. Star Trek, it was canceled, right? But the outcry from the fans, it brought it back, resurrected it, right? And it's again the community, that early Star Trek community, which man, that would have been a time, right? Going to those early cons before the age of the internet, when everything was done in like freaking magazines and mail order, and I mean that's awesome. It's an amazing thing to think about. So it started way back then with just that little show that was on just for a short amount of time, relatively speaking, right? But it grabbed so many people, right? And it really left a mark, which continued on, and of course then into the 80s and into the 90s with TNG, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. Uh, when all of that came out, Enterprise, of course, too. Boom, the community exploded, right? Exploded. So there was so much more going on. Magazines and games and, of course, books. We all know about the books. We love the books. Oh, God, we love the books. We love the books. Oh, we love the books so much. But, anyway, this is not a book video. Well, they're all book videos. They're all book videos to me. But no, this is about community. So let's talk again about the Star Trek community, right? Let's go to this one. Okay, we did it. We're here. So, first off, the Star Trek community is very detail oriented, right? If you've ever been to either of these Star Trek, I guess, what are they like, wiki kind of pages, right? They are incredibly in depth. So you have the one which focuses on, like the shows and that kind of stuff, which is Memory Alpha, which is just amazing. Like I said, I mean, there is just an incredible amount of information here, right? And again, let's go back here. Hold on, going back. With the birth of the internet, the Star Trek community just went off. Right? We went off. We're like, all right, this is Star Trek. So like, I mean, like I totally get it too, because it's like it's such a fun thing to do, to log and document all these things and to have all this information here at everybody's fingertips. Like, let's just, all right, we're just gonna pick something at random here. All right, let me see. Do they have like a random button? Explore. Huh. I don't think that there is a random button. I bet that there is. There used to be a site called Stumble Upon, right? Where like you would just click it and then like it would take you to a random website, right? So I wonder if there is something like that here. But anyway, we will just click, we'll close our eyes and click here. All right, boom. I don't know what I clicked. Let's see. And we'll go back. The Doctor. Look at that. What great luck. So you want to learn about the Doctor. You want to get some back information. You go to Memory Alpha, right? You check out Memory Alpha, and you will literally have the most in-depth background of the Doctor you could ever possibly want in your life. Going year by year, hitting all the moments. You've got pictures, you've got references, you've got, oh gosh, you remember that time you had to work with that Cardassian? Oh, jeez, okay. Again, it's amazing that all of this, again, was done and put up by the community, right? And it goes on. And now look at this. Here we go. Now we got Voyager. We got a Prodigy. We got him in Starfleet Academy. Incredible amounts of information. And then say you want to kind of go back and you want to maybe learn a little bit more. Boom. Temporal Mechanics 101. This was a very fun episode of Star Trek Prodigy. Featured, what is it, Bonnie Gordon, who's like the Star Trek science advisor, right? It was very cool. Actually, man, if you haven't watched Star Trek Prodigy, go back and watch that. That is awesome. Anyway, we're getting distracted. That's Memory Alpha. That's just one thing. What about Star Trek books, Josh? You might ask. What about them? Yes, they have that too. They got this incredibly in-depth, well, not as in-depth as Memory Alpha, incredibly in-depth information. Some of these books, of course, have huge long summaries, some have less, but just the fact that this resource is here and it's out there, and again, it's out here thanks to the fan community. And I've got something in my eye. It's poking me right in the eye. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, we're doing great, and we're just getting started. We are just warming up. So listen, I just talked about a couple of sources of information, right? Memory Alpha, Memory Beta. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There are many, many, many more. Like if you want to get like technical details, they've got that. Behind the scenes stuff, there's places for that. All right. But anyway, again, the information is all out there. Anything you want to know. But here's something I just found out about today. All right, just found out about this today. An online Star Trek fan community called Bravo Fleet. So here is, again, a community of Star Trek fans that have come together. They've built this incredible website, this incredible... Again, I haven't even got into the whole thing yet. I don't even know what it's about. But look at the amount of effort and everything that has gone into this. It's incredible. And there's like storytelling, role-playing, competitions... And honestly, I think after tonight's video, I am going to sign up and join this community as well, because it does look like, it looks like a lot of fun, right? And again, when you're getting into this and on these different kind of Star Trek communities, there's just a lot of very interesting and varied things that you can get into with this, right? So that's something I want to look into, and if you know anything about it, let me know about it. And then I can get the news straight from you. Another Star Trek community, right? Boom. Oh, there we go. Look, let's go back. Hold on here. We're going back. All right, so we've talked about some of the bigger Star Trek communities, right, that are out there. There's a lot of them out there. And again, it's not just something, of course, local to the United States. Star Trek is a worldwide phenomenon. I didn't say that word right. And And it's like I said, it's worldwide. So there's stuff all around the world. There's people in, Germany, I think, that are actually forming a group with the intent and goal to eventually one day build a complete USS Enterprise. I think it's called the Enterprise Project. And again, that's amazing. And I could 100% see that getting done, right? Star Trek fans are dedicated and innovative and very much, looking to see this future that we've been seeing on TV and reading about all these years, right? But anyway, going back, let's go back to other small communities here. Now, this is just my own little small digression here that we're going to have. But look, I have a little community myself. I've made videos here for, I don't know, how do we find that out here? Okay, I joined this channel in 2018, it says. 2018 was 8 years ago. Shh. Oh, okay. Hey, Abraham, what's up?
I knew you joined it in 2018.
You did know that. I think you told me that the other day. So yeah, anyway, Star Trek community, right? So I started this channel 8 years ago, right? And I'm just some guy who likes to get on here, read and talk about Star Trek books and whatever else comes to mind, right? And over the course of 8 years, surprisingly, people have listened to me, right? I didn't think it would happen. I've always just made this kind of like as my own outlet for fun. But there's some people that get on here and they enjoy it as well, and that's amazing to me. And again, that's the whole part of what makes Star Trek so great, is that I have this little community of my own here, which I think is just fantastic, and I always look forward to, interacting and, responding and talking to people. And it really makes my day because, again, it makes me feel that I'm with, like-minded people, which is awesome. So, to the 484 of you subscribers that are out there, thank you for watching and hanging out, and thanks for being a part of my little Star Trek community here, right? But let's talk about bigger things here, right? Like the International Federation of Trekkers. Here's a community of Star Trek fans from all around the world that form their own little groups, and then go out there in their own communities and find ways to go out there and help people and make a difference. I mean, could you ask for anything more, right? That's the dream of Star Trek, right? Is to turn our, get our society to that level where we're finally past all of the nonsense, we're past all of the greed. I guess that's a huge part of it. Got to get past all of the greed. We got to get past all of this division that we have with each other, and just realize that we're all humans, And we when we get to that point, then we can actually start building forward, right? Imagine. So anyway, the International Federation of Trekkers, that's what they're doing, right? They're out there doing that. They're out there making a difference, and I'm glad to be a part of that. And only wish that I could find more time to be there. Like seriously, we need more days in the week and more hours in the day, because I just don't have enough time for everything life-related and then everything I would love to throw into this Star Trek world, which is just in my freaking backyard. Speaking of Neutral Zone Studios, okay, again, the Star Trek fan film community, another Star Trek community that is out there that is huge, that I just dipped my toes into last November and I fell in love. It was fantastic. Seriously, I'm just waiting for the day when I can go back up there and do that again, because those 3 days on set there at Neutral Zone Studios, it was fantastic. I don't know. I can't say anything more about it. Honestly, I'm getting a little verklempt, right? So we're gonna go ahead and move on. But again, the fan film community is freaking crazy, right? Here, let me see. We go back here. Boom. I just did a little bit of kind of like the AI thing, just a little bit of a search. But there are multiple studios out there: the Avalon Universe, Axanar, Star Trek First Frontier, of course, the Neutral Zone Studios. Here's an Avalon video, and I recognize this dude. You see this guy right here? He was the director that was in Neutral Zone Studios in November. His name is also Josh. I think his name is Josh Irwin, and he was awesome. He was fun to work with, and hopefully we'll meet him again someday, right? So anyway, it's incredible. There is awesome, awesome stuff that people are putting out there for the love of Star Trek, right? Why are they making these videos? They're not doing it to make money. You can't make money off of it anyway, or Paramount will come and get you. They will get you, they'll grab you up, they'll take you away. But we do it because we love it, right? That's basically it. And again, there's just an immense amount of these things out here. This Power 543 fan films, they do some awesome films as well. Oh man, again, I need more time. More time, please. Please. Okay, anyway. We're going to wrap it up here. But again, the focus of this has been the Star Trek community. And where does the Star Trek community come together? They come together at Star Trek conventions. Now check this out. I would love to be able to go to this convention. I think it's a little short notice to try to plan it right now. And I think that it would be a little bit of a drive for my family and I to get up there for this one. But look at this. All right, so here's your Star Trek convention. But look at this. It's a whole different kind of thing here, right? Look, author guests. Look at all these Trek and other sci-fi authors that are available here to meet at this convention. And then imagine the people there that you would meet, right? These are like my people. These are the people that love Star Trek books that are going to this convention, man. And there's like this, it's like this huge thing. It's like a big giant thing. So I would love to be part of Shore Leave Con sometime as well. Man, I don't even know how I would do that. I would have to like pick my favorite book from each author and bring it, have them sign it. Howard Weinstein? Oh my gosh. Well, that would be cool. And then finally, in closing, imagine someday I'm going to be there. This convention that they do in Las Vegas is insane. Literally everyone goes to it. Every single Star Trek. They get everybody. They get everybody that they possibly can. And I just someday I'm gonna do it. Someday I'm gonna be there, right? And it's gonna be a hell of a thing. Just immersed and surrounded and just ensconced in total and complete Star Trek. I would drape myself in Star Trek if it were socially acceptable. Anyway, man, again, well, this has been a fun video. You see, I started out today, didn't even know what the heck I was going to talk about, came on here, and man, it really came out smooth. It came out just how I like it, right? I mean, this was great. And it just goes to show you, too, that Star Trek is fun to talk about. It's just fun to talk about. So, I mean, if nothing else, we always have that. We can sit down here every Tuesday, and we know, even if we don't have an idea right at the beginning, we're going to come up with something fun Star Trek related to talk about. Because Star Trek is fun, and it is fun to talk about Trek, right? All right, that was pretty good. I think we're going to call it. I can't get any better than that there. So, anyway, thanks for hanging out. Again, to everyone who is here, I appreciate you, that you listen, that you watch, that you comment. It does mean an awful lot to me that I can make this channel, and that there is some people out there that enjoy it, right? And again, I would make it if no one did, I think, just because I like it that much. But it just brings me so much joy to know that there's other people in the world that think that it's worth a listen, right? So anyway, thanks for hanging out again. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.